We love Wednesdays because that means we get to see Mike Giordano with Williams Wealth Management here from Mike on the Money.
You are so kind.
No, we always look forward to you. And today, really, because we're going to learn about keeping a little bit more money in our pockets. We're filling out our tax forms. We're kind of wide open on ideas about how to save money in some areas for next year's taxes. So first, Mike, we have to recognize first, everybody's situation is a little different, right?
Absolutely. I mean, when you're talking about taxes, you got to realize that everybody has a completely different situation. And so it's really important for people to listen to what we're saying here today, but then take it to their tax professional, their financial advisor to make sure it's going to work for their situation.
Okay. So first, let's count them down. Number 5, we'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Number 5, tax breaks for business owners.
Yeah, these aren't like 1 through 5 in terms of importance because it all depends on your situation.
Just 1 through 5 in terms of these are different categories.
But yeah, of course, there's a lot of business owners out there now. I mean, people that's their primary function is they're a business owner, but there's a lot of people that have side hustles. And so there's a lot more business owners out there now. And so it's really important to understand that there's a lot of different deductions, tax credits that you could apply for depending on whether you're an S Corp or you're a sole proprietor, how much income you're making. So it's really important that you jot down all of your different expenses, get them to your accountant, and so they can kind of start working through like, hey, you got a home office deduction, you might have a qualified small business deduction, all kinds of different things.
Okay, so no detail is too unimportant there.
No, absolutely not.
Keep track of all of it. Tax breaks for energy efficiency. That's exciting.
It is kind of exciting. I mean, it's the one plus that whenever, like we had an air conditioner blow a couple of months ago, and so $11,000 later, you're like, oh my gosh. But then you realize there are certain tax deductions and credits you can get to make your home more energy efficient. So whether it's air conditioning, a furnace, new windows that you need, external doors, all these different things, insulation. So just make sure that any of those kinds of big ticket items that you've spent to improve your home, whether, maybe it was through Hurricane Helene, whatnot, if it wasn't reimbursed by insurance, those are different things that you might be able to get some sort of tax savings on.
Good. So just by saying energy efficiency, we know now.
There you go.
If we're in the market for any of those things, pay attention.
Right.
Our family really benefited from an education savings plan. We used the 529, but this was really big for us. I wish we'd started earlier, but this was big for us.
Absolutely. 529s are great, and the state of South Carolina is generous in that every dollar of contributions you can write off on your state taxes. So that's a great benefit that some other states don't have. So 529s are a great way to save for college, especially if you get started early. You're going to let that compounding happen. But in the last year or so, they had a new law that said, hey, if you had excess money, a lot of people were afraid they put too much money in, their kid gets a scholarship, whatnot, and what do I do with all that money? Well, now you can actually move the money into a Roth IRA for your child potentially. So it's a way of still being able to use that money, and now all of a sudden you're helping your child beyond college.
And that's for lower school too. It's not just for college.
Right, yeah, you can use it all the way from kindergarten on up.
Yeah, so that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, retirement plans like 401ks and IRAs. Maybe there's some people that think, my company doesn't have a 401k, so I can't do that. There's got to be something similar.
Yeah, I mean, there's 401ks are great options, 403b similar. If your company's giving you matching money, you want to take as much of that free matching money as possible. And then there's also Roth options with 401ks these days. So you really want to take a look at what income bracket are you in, what might make sense. It's really good to have flexibility between traditional 401k money and Roth 401k money potentially, just to give yourself flexibility in terms of how things are taxed. And then, also you can do some more money going into Roth IRAs or traditional IRAs. Those are great options. And if you're a small business, 401ks for small businesses or solo business owners, they're a lot easier to set up these days. So there's a lot more options, a lot more people can participate.
Fantastic. And okay, what about the number one? What's the number one savings?
Yeah, well, I would say from the standpoint of taxes, health savings accounts are amazing in that, you get this triple tax savings. You can get tax savings on the front end, you get that break then, you can invest the money without paying any taxes. And then if you take it out for medical reasons, you don't have to pay any taxes there. So it's pretty much the only triple tax savings account. Now, the big catch is that you have to have a high deductible health plan. So that means that, you have to be prepared for higher medical costs. So if that's a problem, then it might not make sense. But one of the interesting things about the tax code is if you pair a couple of different things together, it can really benefit you. So a health savings account putting money in there drops down your taxable income. That might give you some more premium tax credits on your health insurance if you're going through through the Marketplace plan. So a lot of people out there that shop on the Marketplace, they're getting an Affordable Care Act plan. You can kind of pair different things together. So that's one of the real things about having all your, ducks in a row when you get through tax time, is because one move might help give you benefits on some other moves.
Well, that's phenomenal
Yes.
advice.
Hopefully people have enough ideas here now. They can take all this stuff to their
Exactly,
account.
it is. It's great. Take all
Yes.
these great ideas. Mike Giordano with Williams Wealth Management, thank you. We love
bet.
Mike on the Money.